Alright, hello everyone. So I just got home from school. So I'm going to do this quick live stream that I might re-upload, and in this live stream I'm just going to quickly run through what you can expect at Apple's big major September event that's going to be going on tomorrow. I'm going to give my opinion on how I think they're going to do it, like in what order they're going to announce things and all that, and please don't mind the background noise. Because I gotta find a better area to speak and do these videos, because there's background noise from everyone and everything. There's not only kids coming home from school and yelling outside. Oh, apparently I have a very bad connection. Interesting. I hope you can see me right now. But there's that, but there's also my mother downstairs. So I'm gonna close this window. Hold on. And let's get right into this. So first off, what you could expect is Apple will probably start off with some random video advertising how good iOS is and blah blah blah. They usually do like some little promo video, sorry if I covered the mic there, just for iOS usually. Then after that they just say, hi, we're doing good, I hope, they'll probably be talking about the campus for a little while, their new Apple campus. They'll probably talk about the new design of it and the auditorium and how they commemorated Steve Jobs with it, blah blah blah. They'll probably do that for a few minutes, and then I'm assuming they'll move on to their Apple services, as they have made a lot of profit for Apple. So Apple's going to want to show that off and be like, we made this X amount of money from our Apple services, it's amazing, woohoo. So I don't think they're going to get right into the iPhone X and iPhone 8 right away. I think they're going to wait it out, stretch it out, and talk about other things first, and Apple services being one of those. Oh, wait. Okay. Now, after that, I think they're going to go into iOS, macOS, and watchOS, maybe even tvOS, who knows. But what I do know is that Apple will probably most likely talk about the final version of iOS 11, as well as, I believe, macOS High Sierra, and also watchOS 4. So those will be coming out, and I bet you that Apple will talk about those before getting into any real physical products. Then after that, they're going to want to start announcing the products, because they'll run out of time if they don't. So they'll start with the little products, and then they'll go to the one more thing at the end to introduce their new iPhone X. That's how I feel it's going to go. So first off, the first product you'll see is the new Apple TV, which supports 4K video, 4K streaming, all that stuff. They're going to quickly release that one. I don't think they're going to spend much time on it, because it's not a major upgrade. All it is an improvement to update to 4K support, which is something people have wanted for a while, not just 1080p support and 720p and whatever. So they're probably going to just quickly go, oh yeah, by the way, we have this new 4K support for the Apple TV. They'll probably bring down the price of the current Apple TV with the 1080p support to put it at a budget price, an entry-level price. They'll probably talk about how they keep trying to lower the Apple TV price to appeal to a wider audience, blah blah blah, yada yada. You get that. And then, from there, I assume that Apple will move on to the Apple Watch. They might talk a little bit more about watchOS 4 at this point, but I think they're really going to push right into launching the Watch Series 3, Apple Watch Series 3. And the Apple Watch Series 3, if you don't know, that's rumored to come out, and it is rumored to support LTE, meaning that the watch can act as a standalone device and not always have to be paired to the iPhone. So you can send texts and all that for data on the Apple Watch, because there will be like a SIM card, LTE service, all that stuff inside of the watch, instead of having to rely on the phone's LTE and all that to connect. So the Apple Watch will be able to run as a standalone device if you get the Series 3. And we might see some even more effective waterproofing, some new health sensors to say measure blood glucose, things like that. Just some more health so in summary, we will probably see more health sensors, better waterproofing, and LTE in the new Apple Watch Series 3. But as for design, the design will stay almost identical to that of the Apple Watch Series 2. Although it is rumored that the Apple Watch Series 3 will get a little bit thinner than the Apple Watch Series 2, so it'll pretty much be the same thickness as the Series 1, just with all the features of the Series 2 and more, so that seems really cool, really appealing to me, so that's interesting. Now moving on to the big stuff, we will get into the two iPhones probably will come in after that, and Apple will just brag about how good their sales are for the 7 and 7 Plus first, of course. Like, our sales are so good, blah, blah, blah. Because that's just typical Apple style at their events. But they'll do that, I think that's what they'll do, and then they'll unveil the two iPhones that are set to be very minimal upgrades to the iPhone 7 and 7 Plus. I called them the 7S and 7S Plus in my recent video, but I've changed my opinion on that naming as there has been leaks that suggest that Apple will call those two cheaper phones the 8 and 8 Plus, and have a whole new name called the iPhone X for that special bezel-less display one. So, Apple will probably unveil the iPhone 8 and iPhone 8 Plus at this time, and they'll go into all the new design features, all the little tweaks they're doing, yada yada, all that stuff. Get into pricing, storage options. Now, talking about that, I did talk about it in the previous video. What you could expect is, I think for the iPhone 8 and 8 Plus, what you could expect is 64 gigs as the base model, and then it'll go all the way up to 128 gigabytes, and then up to 256, so you'll have 3 storage options there, and that goes for both of them, the 8 and the 8 Plus, and just to refresh the minds of everybody, the iPhone 8 and iPhone 8 Plus will not have that bezel-less display type thing going on. It'll have pretty much the identical design to the 7 and 7 Plus, and you won't be getting Face ID on that, but the back is going to be glass, meaning that you will have wireless charging, inductive charging, and you probably will get fast charging on that too, as that's expected in the iPhone X as well. So you'll get a lot of good features. You'll get improved camera, maybe improved display and Touch ID, but you'll definitely get a nice new shiny glass design along with wireless charging and fast charging. So you'll get that stuff in the iPhone 8, and you'll also, an important thing to mention, you'll also probably get the, what are we at now? I think A11? Yeah, A11 and the M11 or something like that, chips. And those are going to bring, like, phenomenal performance, like, of a computer, really. Because from leaked Geekbench data, it seems like the performance on the iPhone X will be almost the exact same as the performance on the MacBook Pro, and it's even better right now by the leaks than the MacBook Air in performance, the iPhone X. And just judging by the fact that the iPhone X will have a higher resolution and larger display to run, that means that if the iPhone 8 and 8 Plus have that same chipset with less pixels to boot and all that, it's going to make the performance even better on those than on the iPhone X, the special edition one. Now, moving on from that, I'm just going to quickly mention that the iPhone 8 and iPhone 8 Plus will have the same price as the current iPhone 7 and 7 Plus from everything that I've heard. Now, before Apple ends off the event, they'll have their little, and we have one more thing, they'll talk about how great the iPhone 8 and 8 Plus are when they're available for pre-order and all that, and then they'll move to their one more thing. They'll probably talk about the legacy of Steve Jobs and all that, and then they'll unveil their iPhone X to commemorate the 10th anniversary of the iPhone, and that's going to be the huge iPhone with the bezel-less display, and the removal of the home button, and the new vertical dual cameras, and the glass back, wireless charging, fast charging, Face ID, attention detection, all that stuff. I made a video on it, but I'm having editing problems, so please spare me some time here. But that'll be coming at, I believe, at the very end of the event. Apple will try to convince people that that they're not releasing it yet, and then they'll do a twist at the end and do that typical, we have one more thing, and unleash all the greatness that is in the iPhone X. So let's see if I'm right tomorrow. We'll see if I'm right about the order of the things they're going to announce. But I think I hit the nail on what they are going to announce, I just don't know when. But I think that's when. But they might do it completely different and actually do the iPhone X very first thing. Just walk in and be like, okay, let's unleash the amazing iPhones. Let's unveil them. Let's not wait. But I doubt Apple's going to go that route personally. We'll have to see. But that's just how I think the event will go, and that's all the devices I think we'll see from reports. So we're over 10 minutes now, so I'm going to end this. So thanks for watching, and I hope to see you in the next video, and let's hope that we get some awesome new devices and a great event tomorrow. So, bye-bye.